Hello, my vivacious Virgo, and welcome to your monthly reading for May. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if the other signs in your chart resonate with you more, please do check those out. We also have your love bonus up and your moon reading if you would like to check those out. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get started on this. This will be, again, a past, present, future reading. So time is fluid in tarot and gender is neutral, just so you know. So we'll go ahead and take that into consideration when you're looking at what is past, what is present, what is future. Kind of look at where you are in that chart currently to let you know kind of what's coming. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's see what we've got to start out, and we'll be getting clarifiers, of course, from some of the oracle decks as well. So I do see that you have had some opportunities as of late. Again, this is past, so for some of you, this could be very recent past, or it could be months in the past, kind of coming into the now. But I do see with the Six of Wands that you are kind of moving forward. You've had some opportunities kind of coming your way in the recent past, possibly, and maybe kind of moving ahead with things like it could be relationship, it could be work, take it as it resonates. But I do feel like you guys have had, you're kind of coming out. For many of you, I kind of feel like you're coming out of something that's kind of like been kind of the same for a while, kind of a status quo situation, and now you're able to kind of move forward a bit. I also see here that you have the Six of Cups. So I feel like there's somebody in your life that's come into it recently, and this could be somebody that you had a relationship with in the past, or this could be somebody that you've known in the past, maybe a friend from a past time, younger time, or somebody that you knew previously in a relationship type status. But I do feel like that they are somebody that you have interest in or has interest in you, and that may partly be tied into that opportunity there, because if part of your opportunities that you've been looking for, part of what you've been stagnant in is your relationship. If you felt like I'm just, I can't get a good relationship going, or I'm just dating the same old type of thing over and over again. It's just something that one or two dates and I'm just done. It's just not, I hate this, or, maybe you've just come out of a relationship. And I say just meaning, could have been last month, or it could have been 6 months ago, but it's just not been the greatest relationship, and you're kind of just been, laissez-faire about it. So I feel like this person coming in may have been what you've been waiting for. It's kind of like you've been looking, finally, you're ready to kind of move forward with something, a better relationship, a more effective relationship. So let's get another clarifier on that, because I'm interested. Page of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this is something that is specifically tied to that. So I do feel like, potentially this person that you knew from when you were younger, you are interested in, they're interested in you. But I do feel like this Page of Swords in reverse is kind of a negative energy for me. I'm getting that that's a negative vibe where they're wanting to kind of come in and squash that opportunity with that person moving forward. So I kind of feel like that might be somebody that if you've had a recent relationship with, broke up with, something like that, them seeing you happy with this person, they don't like it. So they're kind of trying to cause drama. They may come in and kind of cause drama, make up stuff, stir the, pot. Or this could even be, the person that you are, your Six of Cups person. It could have been an ex for them, and they just weren't ready to let go of that person either. But for some reason, I'm getting that this is a jealousy type of situation where somebody is not happy with seeing the two of you moving forward in this celebratory Six of Wands manner, which is kind of how I feel these are all kind of tied together in that way. And so I feel like they're not really thrilled about that. Misery loves company, and I feel like they're just not thrilled about that. They're not happy that either one or both of you they're upset with is moving forward without them and happy and yada yada. And so they're wanting to kind of come in and just cause some drama. I think they're just petty people. So I don't think I would, consider it to be anything major, but I do feel like that they are someone from the past here, probably a very recent past that's just not ready to let go yet. And they're going to kind of be a pest for you, honestly. And if they're already doing so, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know how this resonates. And what to do with them is a whole nother thing. It depends on, how much they're affecting you in general. I mean, most of the time, if you just ignore people, bullies especially, they, tend to kind of go away because they like to feed off of your, your anger and your sadness and all of that. And if you don't show them any of that, they're kind of like, oh, what's the point? But it's easier said than done too, right? If they're causing drama or spreading lies or, rumors or, any normal person wants to lash back and be like, are you kidding me? So I know that's hard because that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that they're just like waving their sword at you and your relationship and really causing trouble. So, I feel like you just really need to look out for them, mostly. Not that I really see them as a danger, to your relationship. I don't really think either one of you really see them as something that's going to break you apart. But, an excessive amount of drama can cause any relationship, especially one that's just trying to get started. It can cause people to be like, is this even worth it? Right? And you don't want to have to even question that, or your significant other that you're just trying to get off the ground with, especially if you have known them in the past, this and that. You don't want to have to deal with that. So, but let's see, moving into the, into the present, what we're looking at. And it's starting out with a 3 of Cups, which, I do love that card because I feel like that is going to be like your celebration, like you're excited, you're happy, you're joyous. So I feel like for you, for the most part, you aren't letting this get to you, okay? You are able to enjoy this opportunity, this movement forward, and I do feel like it's directly related to that person. So I feel like you like a lucky in love feeling for you. I do feel like you're kind of maybe even used to this kind of pettiness out of this person. Even if it's not your significant past person, it may be theirs. You're like, I've been there before, been there, done that, so you're kind of just, you're used to how to deal with it. And so you're kind of not letting it get to you. So hopefully that will continue. But we have here the Page of Wands in reverse. And I do feel like that is, again, I feel like that's probably just something where, the energy that your significant other has, I feel like, is going to be a little bit concerned. This is how I feel about that. I feel like they're going to have some concern. They're going to have some questions. I feel like they're going to be a little bit more stressed than you are. Okay. I feel like you are somebody who is able to handle things a little bit better. I feel like you're a person who is like, who cares what other people think? Who cares what other people are saying? I'm not letting it get to me. I know the truth, those kinds of things. But I feel like the person that you're seeing, your 6 of Cups person, is not dealing with it as well. I feel like they're, they're taking it in. They're taking in the energy. They're taking in the information. And it's coming in passionate, hot to them, in a way that is kind of negative. Like it's bothering them. It's concerning to them. I feel like they're feeling this as concern, stress. They're more concerned about what people are thinking. They're more concerned about what people are saying. They may not be as confident as you are. So they may be like tempted to be like believing some of the, lies that people will make up. Oh, such and such has been calling me. Maybe your ex or their exes, they're saying these things and, completely patently untrue, just made up to cause strife and struggle, of course, and you're like, we know that, of course I know that, but I don't think your significant other is used to this type of situation. I feel like for them, I'm getting that this is causing more drama for them than they are typically used to, and for that reason, it is causing them to be, emotionally stunted by this, and that's going to relate to your relationship a bit if something doesn't give. So let's see if we can get some more clarifiers. Okay, Emperor energy. And I have to be honest, I feel like this is your energy. I feel like this is you you're going to have to be the one that is stern, firm, stable. You're going to have to be the anchor. Okay. If you want this relationship to work, I feel like you're going to have to be the anchor. So again, gender neutral. I don't care if you're the male or the female in this relationship. I feel like you're going to have to be the emperor energy. You're going to have to be the one to, take the bull by the horns and say enough's enough. Do what you need to do to handle the business. I don't care if it's like blocking. I don't care if it's like if they're really, really over the top, showing up at houses and stuff, getting it like a protection order, whatever it may be, that have to do this. You're going to be the one who has to be reassuring to your partner that, this is what we have to do, X, Y, and Z to deal with these kind of people, all of these kinds of things. But I feel like you're going to have to be the super strong, powerful, stable one if you want this to work, because I do really feel like your partner is internalizing this more even than maybe, and you may notice they're kind of like lashing out, or they're kind of, a little bit just off, you notice they're off. And that's why they're really kind of internalizing the fact that this is bothering them way more than they're showing. So let's get another one, Hierophant. Okay. And again, this is kind of the same to me. I feel like this is something where, you and your partner have to come to a spiritual agreement. You're going to have to come to a level where you can build on this, where you can work together on this, where you can come to an agreement with acceptance on this, because, you may be fine with it or able to handle it. You may be like, this is old hat. I have seen my whole life this kind of drama, pettiness, nonsense go on around me with my friends, my family, my, roommates, whomever, exes, whatever. But I don't think your partner has, okay? So for them, I feel like, you really need to, you may even need to seek, a higher divination, spiritual guidance with them, whatever it's going to take. And it may take that with them, depending on, take it as it resonates, depending on what it is that helps your partner find peace and comfort with this. But I do feel like that, before you're able to kind of have a peaceful, calm relationship that you can build on with this person, I do feel like you're going to have to, harness that emperor energy, really put things into perspective, really kind of be the strong and steady, be the stable, and really, give them the enlightenment, give them the something they can look to, give them the whatever it is they need. Ultimately, you're going to have to kind of provide for them in order to get them through this until, eventually, obviously people do give up, surely. But, it takes a while. And before you can really move forward with a relationship, you kind of have to stabilize it, right? So that's what you kind of want to do. So let's see going forward, can we do this? So we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And, for me, I feel like that's like, you don't want to survey the situation right now. You know what the situation is. The more you survey it, the more you think about it, the more your partner thinks about it, overthinks about it, the worse it's going to be. So this is you trying to distract. I feel like your best bet here is that you want to distract your partner. Okay. You need distractions. This is distractions. You want to take distractions, get distractions, whatever you can from this situation. So if you and your partner can do a weekend getaway without letting anyone know where you're going, on the down low kind of situation, just to kind of have some downtime where you don't have to worry about anyone or anything, completely off the grid. I don't care if you hate camping, go glamping, like in a hotel somewhere or whatever, off the grid, phones off, whatever, that's except for emergencies or something, something like that, right? Something that's going to be able to allow you to have a good bonding experience, something that's going to allow you to be able to really come to terms with whatever it is spiritually, okay, mentally, physically, spiritually, all those things that you need to help them feel comfortable, feel assured, feel calm in this, and know that, you're in it together. And as long as you stick together, the rest of the drama doesn't really matter, right? So then we have the Chariot, right? And the Chariot is a couple things here. I feel like for one of you, I do feel like it is, for some of you, I feel like it is moving forward, right? I feel like this is where if you can distract them enough, or, you know, to the point where they aren't so focused or obsessed with these issues or internalizing them so much, you know, eventually these people will give up when they realize they're not getting the reactions anymore, okay? And that's when your relationship can actually start to move forward, like the Chariot, right? Okay, so that's for some of you. Others of you, this Chariot could simply be a step in that direction because you're going somewhere. So if you can go somewhere for a weekend away, a week vacation, you know, for the summer, something like that, where you are off grid, you're away from all the distractions, where they actually get to see what it would be like if they just put this drama nonsense out of their mind and had a life with you, time with you, relationship with you, how great it could really be. Then they would, you know, really be able to understand, accept, see that really all this drama is just an illusion that they're allowing to stress them out, right? They're allowing that to happen because they're taking it all in and they're worried and things like that because they're just not used to it, right? So this Chariot could actually be like you going somewhere together, being somewhere together, taking a vacation together. So kind of depends on where you are in the process. Take it as it resonates for you personally. But let's go ahead and get another card here. All right, Ten of Pentacles. So that is legit financial abundance majorly, but it's also, you know, just abundance in general. So if this is a relationship situation for many of you, you know, this could be a situation where, you know, you are feeling so abundant in this relationship. This is not only bringing you financial abundance because it's two combined into one, but it's also giving you whole abundance as love, joy, happiness, spiritual, mental, emotional support, abundance, all of that, right? But again, with this Chariot, if this Chariot is movement, you know, this may be something too for some of you. After seeing that card, this could be something for some of you where, you know, you might take an opportunity and say, hey, if either one of you have an opportunity to move somewhere else, let's just get away from these people. Do you have a job opportunity? Do I have a job opportunity? If you have a job opportunity, you may get a job opportunity. You may look for one and find one. This may be a job opportunity that moves you away from these people completely and into a very abundant position as well, which then would be kind of a double abundance, because then you're not only getting the financial abundance of the new job, but you're getting that emotional, spiritual love abundance because you're away from the whole situation too, okay? So that may be something very likely for some of you, especially those of you who, you know, you work for companies that you've, you know, are in other places and you've considered switching jobs or moving or this or that, or your partner has, you know, and it may be a very suitable option here for you, you know, because it gets you away from the dramatic baggage of, you know, some of the exes or drama. And it also gets you, you know, to a more abundant position or place. So let's get another clarifier here. Okay. Two of Swords. And that is like strength. Okay. That's courage. That's you making the decision with eyes closed to do something, okay? So again, that could very well be indicative of you guys deciding to choose one another, choose this direction. I'm choosing you and I'm choosing to move with you, okay? I'm choosing the right choice to go blindfolded, blindly with you on this path, on this trajectory, to be together. And that's courageous and that is power. And I think that's, you know, a really strong card here for that. And I think that would be something that would definitely be Chariots moving forward, would get you out of this, you know, dramatic situation, and would also help with your abundance situation. So I can see for many of you, that may very well be an option, that you actually move house, move location. So I feel like that's a distinct possibility for many of you, like a whole new beginning together. And the last card here is the Ten of Swords. And I do feel like that's, you know, that's going to be a situation where, you know, I don't feel like this is something where you're going to get stabbed in the back as much as I feel like this is an ending card. It's the Ten of Swords. And I feel like it's an ending of you allowing people to stab you in the back. So again, I feel like this is in a flow with this, with alignment with these other cards. I feel like this is where you all kind of make the decision to, you know, distract yourself from others having influence over your relationship, deciding to choose one another, deciding to choose your path as, you know, together, what's best, being very abundant with it, you know, and being able to move forward and putting an end to the way that these people are treating you, to the way that you're, you know, to allowing anyone basically to have a say that is negative to either one of you. Okay. So I do feel like, and that may require, again, that may require you to actually relocate, move somewhere, get away from these people, switch jobs, whatever. But again, that would be, you know, a very good option for some of you. You know, it may be something that's the best option for some of you, starting anew, beginning again together, and, you know, kind of blazing a new trail where you're kind of able to go on that adventure together and start anew together and leave the baggage behind. And, you know, really it's kind of like here you're surveying, you know, in this, but it's in reverse. So you're not staying and surveying this land here. Like, what do we do about this? Because you're forging a whole new, right? So it's another thing. It's a distraction, but it's also you like totally going a different way. So we're going to pull some clarifiers here. This is the psychic deck. We are going to see if we can get some clarifiers on these for you here. Hopefully give us some insight. But I do definitely see that this is all about supporting one another. And in reality, I feel like everything in my intuition is telling me that you're going to have to be the one to kind of be the catalyst for the support, be that emperor energy that kind of is the steady and stable to kind of put things in perspective, you know, maybe float the ideas, maybe get some things out there. I do think that your partner will be very much interested in it, what you say. I don't think that's the problem. I just think that maybe they're so, you know, short-sighted in certain aspects or overwhelmed or whatever, that they aren't having, you know, they're not seeing the forest for the trees kind of thing. Whereas you aren't as overwhelmed. You're kind of like, whatever, I can deal with this. So you're able to make better choices, decisions, kind of come up with better ideas. So, all right, let's get some of these down here. All right, so we have disconnect and boredom. And I do think, again, with this, it's something where, you know, I feel like this is this page of swords in reverse energy. I feel like because of your disconnecting from them and their boredom, to be honest, they're miserable. They don't have you to aggravate, to bother, and misery loves company, and they want somebody to control and something to control and somebody to have say over and all of this and that. I feel like when you put somebody who has been disconnected, not by their own choice, and they are also bored, that's a deadly combo, right? That's somebody who just idle hands or the devil's workshop, right? That's just somebody who wants to cause drama. And I truly believe that's what this page of swords is. It's an ex, it's a jealous person. It's somebody who wants to cause you drama, and that's what they're going to do. This one is patience. And I think absolutely, you know, this whole row is about you having patience, you having to watch your partner kind of internalize the struggle, internalize this anxiety and stress and can't stand the drama. They literally hate drama and don't know how to handle it. And, you know, you have to be patient with them, and you have to be the emperor energy, and you have to be the Hierophant, you know, situation as far as like, you know, I've got to be the steady and the rock for this person throughout. I have to come up with the plans, the offers, the opportunities. You know, I have to, if they need me to, you know, give them some time and space for higher divination, fine. If, you know, if they need me to come up with plans that are good things, if they need me to put the smack down on these people, whatever they need, I will be there to support them. I have to be patient with their, you know, when I really just want to say, for some of you, get over it, who cares? But you understand that they may not deal with things as well as you do on that regard. So, you know, you are being patient. And this one's deception and envy. And I do feel like with this one, this is ultimately what, you know, you're realizing here, is that this is like kind of spirit telling you ultimately with this psychic deck that with this, you know, you will eventually put an end to this deception and envy, okay? The jealous person, all their lies, all their trickery, all their tomfoolery, their nonsense, their drama. You're going to have to find a way to put an end to all this deception and envy. And I do believe, you know, with the last card here, I feel like you definitely will. It's that 10 card. You're going to do that. But it may take something kind of rash. Like I said, it may take something where you actually are moving away, where you are actually blazing a new trail of your own life, you know, in a whole new direction, a whole new way to really get rid of that baggage, because you know, this person may, you know, your significant other just may not be able to handle it. Okay. So we have 7 and 14, which is a double of 7, but we also have the 4 and 14. So 4 twice, if that means something to you. So 7 and 4 there. And let's pull 3 of these moon cards and kind of close you out here. Hopefully this moon deck will give you a little bit more enlightenment, and then we will close it out for you, my vivacious Virgos. All right. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. All right, so the masculine, and the masculine in this deck, gender neutral, but it just means to absolutely harness your power, harness your energy, and really kind of put it down, right? Okay, and this is what you're absolutely having to do, right? Because when this person, this is like your advice here, because this person, when they come through to try to cause your drama, to kind of bring their deception and envy, you are really going to have to harness your energies. You're going to have to harness your strength. You're going to really, it's going to take, you know, what you have in you to really deal with it, because they're going to be that kind of person that's going to be petty, petulant, obnoxious. It's going to make you have to be patient with your partner. It's going to take all of it, right? So you're really going to have to harness your strength here to either 1, deal with them, or 2, keep from, you know, wanting to cut them, right? So harness the masculine, okay? And then in this one, it's hunger. So again, you are super hungry here, okay? Stay hungry. That's what this is telling you. Go for what you want. And I do believe that you want this relationship. You want this relationship to work. And I do believe you are, you know, you're celebrating it at the beginning. Then you see that they're kind of concerned, but you come through with that emperor energy, that stability, that power. You come through for that Hierophant energy if they need it, you know, to give them whatever you need to have enlightenment and security and emotional well-being and spiritual well-being and whatever. You're staying hungry, and you're staying patient, and you're staying, you know, right there at their side to provide whatever they need, whatever. If you know, if they want you to put the hammer down on somebody, you're there for it, as the emperor, you know, whatever it is they need from you. If they want you to give them some spiritual pep talks, whatever it is, you're the Hierophant, you're there for them, okay? You're staying hungry for this relationship to make it work, okay? And I see that, and that's good for you, because that's what, you know, that's basically, this is Spirit's advice to you, and it's telling you, stay hungry and stay on, you know, be there for this person, because it will pay off. I do believe it will pay off in the end. And for this one, the last row, it's resilience, okay? And again, I do think this is exactly what this whole last row is about, resilience and redemption, right? So again, it may take something drastic, you know, because your partner may really not be able to kind of deal with it. They may not be able to kind of live with this, you know, drama-filled kind of situation. Just depends on, you know, take it as it resonates, how much they can handle, or how persistent the, you know, drama stirrer is. But again, you know, you are a resilient person, and you certainly can move this forward. And, you know, there can be some, you know, situations here where I do believe that you're both going to be able to bounce back from any of this drama that they cause, any of the times that they've stabbed you in the back. This is an ending card. And I do believe you're going to be able to be resilient, okay? I don't think this is going to be a major issue for you guys to make it through. Okay, now that's for the majority of you. I will say this, if there are some of you that end up having a partner, okay, who you stand by them no matter what, you stay hungry, you do every possible thing you can, and they are just unable to move forward with you or will not move forward with you, okay? I do see that you can move forward without them, okay? You can be successful without them with this Pentacles. You can make these decisions with strength, courage, and dominance without them, okay? But this may be where you feel like they stabbed you in the back by not sticking with you when you stuck with them, okay? Even if it's not that they were mean to you, even if it's not that it didn't work out because, you know, they were trying to stab you in the back or be cruel or be whatever, you feel that way because you went to every length in right now here for them. You were willing to do anything for them, but they weren't for you, right? So to you, this feels very much like a betrayal, okay? And if that's the case, that may be what you feel as deception and envy. But even if so, again, for those of you who that is the outcome, and I see that for very few of you, to be honest with you. For most of you, I see this being something where you all really do fit together like a glove, and it does move forward in a very positive way. But for the few of you that it doesn't, okay, that I can see that there are some of you that, you know, you put everything out there, everything into it. You lay everything on the line, and they still are like, no, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do the drama. Just can't. Gotta go. And you feel so like let down, betrayed, you know, deceived by the thought that they might, you know, what have you, stabbed in the back, whatever. You will be resilient. Do not worry, okay? You're still courageous, strong, 10 of Pentacles, Chariot moving forward. You're still going to forge your trail. You're still going to do your thing. You're still going to move forward on your path. You are still going to, even if you are hurt, even if you are upset about it, you are still going to be able to be very, very much successful and still very much able to move forward. And because you weren't at any point in this emotionally distraught by somebody's pettiness back here, you know, you didn't have to really go through a lot of that. You know, the betrayal for you would be that you stood by them and they couldn't stand by you in the end, okay? Because it was just too much for them to deal with. And for some of you, I can see that. But again, if they are too big of a sissy, really, when you've done everything to stand by them, to stick it out because of a little bit of pettiness, then you really don't want them anyway, right? So you're going to be resilient and you're going to come back better, bigger, stronger than ever, baby. All right. But either way, I do think it's going to work out for you in the end. You know, and I do think throughout the process, it will be a nice, happy, you know, celebrated love time for you with this person from your past. So I think you will at least have that to enjoy. And I do feel like you'll eventually have that. It's better to have loved than lost than never to have loved at all kind of moment after you kind of get over the, if you are of the latter group that I mentioned, even if you do have that, you know, moment of they stabbed me in the back, they deceived me, I feel, you know, hurt and broken for a second. I feel like you are such a, you know, a resilient person, literally, that you'll have that moment where you're kind of like, well, it's better to have loved and lost than never love at all because I really enjoyed it. I had, you know, it was great while it lasted. You're just that kind of person. I feel that for you. So, and for the rest of you, I feel like it's going to work out anyway. And this is more you just putting a close on shutting down these people that have done you dirty in the past, because nobody's ever going to do you dirty again. So anyway, I hope this did resonate with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share. Otherwise, I hope to see you back for the weekly reading. Bye.